My name is Vivian Harper. I'm 17 years old. I go to Merced High, I work at Subway, and I play in band.
Okay, my name's Nicholas Eldridge. I'm a senior, gonna graduate pretty soon.
My name is Alfonso Garcia. I'm 17 years old. I'm a senior at Merced High, and I identify as a gay male.
My sexual orientation is gay. I'm very proud of it, and I have no problem sharing that with the world.
Yeah, I wish I could tell myself that, because I really don't know, which I think is like the most fun part about it, you know? Kind of like it all.
So my coming out was quite smooth, if I'm being quite honest. It's very hard for me to hide my true self. So people using like stereotypes and all these things or whatever, it wasn't necessarily like, oh, I'm gay. It was just kind of like, okay, he's gay. Like everyone just kind of knew-ish.
When I came out, it was positive. It was a positive effect on my life because like I felt more relieved, and like even just like going to school the next day was just so much weight off of my shoulders. I felt like so much better as a person, that I wasn't like lying to anyone.
So, when I was like in the 3rd grade, there's a music video with Gwen Stefani, and I think she's singing about a girl, and at one point she's like on her knees, and like it's raining, and she's like sweaty for some reason in the rain, and I remember seeing that and being like, girls, you know, where it's at, you know, like, but then also, my first boy crush was Danny Phantom, the cartoon character, so I was so confused, and, yeah, that's kind of my story, and I came out my 16th birthday, and my mom was like, we know, and that was it.
I did face a lot of criticism. I was someone who, you know, took their time in the closet despite everyone having a notion of me being gay. My parents were both really religious and came from a third world country, so their ideas of what a gay person is and kind of the lifestyle they lead was very negative. On the other hand, I had my 2 sisters who were very supportive and have been easing my parents into the idea of me being gay ever since I was young, like a baby. So I really owe everything I have to my sisters, and they primarily are the reason why I am so comfortable in my skin today.
It wasn't really a negative impact because most people already thought that I was gonna come out soon. So it didn't really negatively affect people that didn't like me because I was gay. Just still didn't like me. People that liked me because I was gay still liked me. Like it didn't really change much. There was no difference with my family except my father. He started making more assumptions that I was going to be flamboyant or that I couldn't do things because I was not as much as a guy.
My mom got like way more open with me, and she would tell me her stories about her with women, which was cool. And the only negative was that my dad was like, he's like an old white guy, so he was like, oh, I taught you how to use power tools, you like women, you know? So he like blamed himself for it for some reason. It's the way I look, or the way I dress, or the way I present myself, because I am kind of a little masculine, but like also I wear dresses, and I paint my toenails, and I do feminine things still, and I can still like girls or boys and cut my hair short, you know?
Like honestly, every single day, people think that I can't do something because I'm a guy, or I can't do something as well as a guy can. When I play like video games and I'm like online, you know, like it seems very dorky, but listen, people like instantly assume that I'm gay. And it's probably because of the way I talk, like, oh, you suck, like, you're not gonna be able to play games, like, you're not a boy, you're not a real boy. They instantly blow them away, and they instantly notice, like, oh, I was wrong. Just because this guy's gay doesn't mean, like, he can't do that. And I'm like, well, duh. When I do my makeup, they're like, oh my god, your makeup's so good, like, you're a boy and you can do it better than me. That doesn't have anything to do about my gender, it has to do about my talent. Like, I try hard.
Being so out of the norm of, like, what a boy is supposed to be like, it obviously put me under fire from like all the other. I don't necessarily like to revolve my, you know, entire day or life around my sexuality, but it is something that is present at all times just because it's such a big part of me. I don't necessarily like to use my sexuality to define me, rather than be like a bonus.
I used to dwell on it a lot more than I do now, so I know my younger self probably struggled, and now, it's whatever.
I feel like as time goes on, everyone becomes more accepting and like things get better. It's not something you can really change over a miss of a day or a week. It takes generations to change people's minds and their thoughts, assumptions because of their parents or because of the people they hang out with. So it's not really their fault.
You know, nowadays people are so open-minded and, you know, progressive in thinking, and I think it's amazing. But, you know, we always will have more work to do. Looking at what people of the community had to face 50 years ago is honestly really sickening and sad. I think we should all just kind of learn to love each other more and just kind of accept each other for who we all are.
I know that it's accepted here, especially on campus.
My only advice for someone who wants to come out is just do it. Because that's you. That's who you are. You shouldn't hide that. You shouldn't hide that from anyone. You should be proud of the life that you're living. You should always work to be proud of what you are and who you are.
You never know what situation someone could be in. They could be in a situation where it's unsafe for them to come out, or just all around uncomfortable. You should never feel like you have to come out at a certain time just because other people may want you to. You're like, maybe in a relationship with someone who is out of the closet and you're not.
Do it on your own terms. Wait, take your time, figure yourself out. Because I know that I came out as lesbian and my mom was like, man, gay boys are way more fun. And I was like, oh, you're right. And then it took some time and I was like, well, am I actually just lesbian? Like, well, what else is there? So, explore your options, and don't ever be afraid of defining yourself to one thing.
All I can say for someone to understand how it works is don't be ignorant. Yeah, it might not make sense, and yeah, you might not like it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Question it. Like, if you have a question, it's always okay to ask. And, like, the first thing you should do if you don't understand something is you should ask, like, why don't I understand it? Not, it's wrong.
I think it's just if it doesn't affect you, why worry about it? I think that's really what it comes down to. And it comes down to minding your own business. I don't know if I really care about straight people advocating for my rights or whatever. I don't care about gay people advocating for my rights. As long as I have them and I'm comfortable with where I am in the U.S. and where I stand on like the totem pole, then I should be okay. And as long as everybody else can feel that way too, then there should really be no issue.
They can break the stigma by kind of accepting more and just like loving people all around. We're just as normal as anyone else, and as you or the person next to you, we just happen to love someone different.
I think that everyone should be proud of who they are and proud of their gender.
My name is Alfonso Garcia. I'm 17 years old. I'm gay and I'm proud.
I'm Vivian and I am whatever I want to be.
My name is Nicholas Eldridge. I'm 18. I'm gay and I'm proud.